If you're relocating to the Triangle and you've got dreams of raising chickens in your backyard for those farm fresh eggs, or you think parking your shiny RV right in your driveway is a great idea, yeah, let me stop you right there. Because many neighborhoods here in the Triangle, your HOA will have something to say about that. And by something, I mean a polite but strongly worded letter, probably accompanied by a fine. Yep, welcome to North Carolina, where sweet tea flows, barbecue debates rage on, and HOAs, well, they rule the roost, literally. Let's talk about what that actually means for you before you find yourself in a battle over mailbox mildew, decorative yard flags, or holiday inflatables. When I help people relocate to the Triangle area, HOAs are always one of the biggest surprises buyers have to deal with, in addition to our non refundable due diligence fee. But more about that in another video. So, what exactly is an HOA? In plain terms, it's a group, a legal association that manages the rules and upkeep of a neighborhood or community. Think of it as the neighborhood's babysitter. Sometimes you're grateful they're keeping order, and other times you're like, really? You're telling me I'm not allowed to put up a 6 foot white vinyl privacy fence, and you haven't forced my neighbor to change their neon purple shutters that they painted? Come on. All right, well, wait a sec. Quick side note before we continue. I need to point out that in new construction neighborhoods, the HOA is usually run by the builder at first because the community isn't finished yet, and the builder wants to control how things look and operate while they're still selling houses. But eventually, usually when the neighborhood is almost close to being built out, control is handed over to the homeowners themselves. And that's when things get interesting because suddenly it's your neighbors making the rules. And neighbors can be, well, neighbors. Enough said. Know what I mean? All right, so let me give you a personal example. My HOA is known to send out stern letters to homeowners because, wait for it, yeah, people had too much green mildew on their mailbox posts. Heaven forbid your post gets a little nature chic. Meanwhile, down the street, yep, there's a house with gaping holes in the siding big enough to shelter a family of raccoons. And apparently that's fine. Mailboxes, emergency. Siding, go figure. So, what do HOAs actually have power over? It depends on the community, but some common things are the color of your house, shutters, and front door, how tall your grass can get, whether you can park an RV or boat in the driveway, fence styles, materials, and heights, landscaping rules, decorative yard flags and signage, and of course, how many inflatable Santas you can put on your roof at Christmas. Basically, they can make rules about anything that impacts the overall look and feel of the neighborhood. Listen, though, let's be real. None of us wants to live next to Sanford and Son. Wait, you have to be of a certain age to get that reference. To be honest, there is an upside to having an HOA because while the rules might feel restrictive sometimes, they also protect you from having a neighbor who decides their front yard is now a car parts museum. Now, let's talk money. HOA fees vary a lot here in the Triangle. For single family neighborhoods with no amenities, you might be looking at $20 to $50 a month or less. For townhomes where exterior maintenance, landscaping, and sometimes even your roof is included, it can be more, maybe like $150 to $300 a month. And if your neighborhood has a pool, tennis courts, a fancy clubhouse, pickleball, of course, it's North Carolina, those fees are going to reflect it. Also, the more homes in the neighborhood, the more people are splitting the costs. So a large community might keep the fees lower while a smaller boutique community might have higher dues. All right, so here are a few things you should know before you buy. North Carolina, HOAs have to provide disclosure documents, basically their rule book, so you know what you're signing up for before closing. There are often transfer fees when a home sells, and both the seller and buyer pay their own. In my opinion, this is the most ridiculous charge because it's literally just taking one name out of the computer and typing one name in. But anyway, there can also be assessments. This is when the HOA suddenly decides, hey, by the way, the pool needs $200,000 in repairs and we don't have enough in reserves. So everyone owes $3,000 by next month. Now, listen, that's not super common, but it does happen from time to time. So it's important to know how healthy the HOA's finances are before you buy. But let's also be honest. If it's the dream home in the dream location, the HOA slush fund isn't what's going to keep you from buying. Am I right? One last pesky thing you should know. Your HOA can foreclose on your property if you don't play nice for a long time. Like if you're super behind on paying your fees, or you continue to ignore and violate the rules after repeated notices and fines, yeah, you heard that correctly. They can foreclose and take your property. Can you say yikes? So here's the deal. I get it that HOAs can be annoying. Yes. I mean, I just told you that they can foreclose on your property. How much more annoying can there be than that? They can send ridiculous letters about mailboxes while ignoring raccoon housing projects in my neighbor's siding. Yes, but they also keep your neighborhood looking nice, protect your property value, and keep things from turning into a free-for-all. And when you're relocating here, you want to know that your big investment isn't next door to someone's Sanford and Son scrapyard. So now, if you really want to avoid HOAs in this area, it will be difficult, but not impossible. We will have to do some creative digging to ensure we get you the home you want with or without the HOA you want. So if you found this video helpful and you want to go even deeper into how buying works here in North Carolina, then the next video you must watch is this one, the breakdown of the due diligence versus the earnest money. Because trust me, all people relocating here shudder at the thought of a non-refundable deposit. And you heard me right, non-refundable. Watch it. It's critical. And don't forget to grab my free download, the NC Buyer Cheat Sheet that is linked in the description below. It's packed with everything you need to know before you fall in love with a home here. And when you're ready to make your move here, don't forget to reach out to me. I help hundreds of clients make their moves here stress-free, HOA drama included. I'm Nina Gervasi, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.